Dissociative identity disorder was formerly called multiple personality disorder. It often goes unnoticed among the general population. Those who suffer from this disorder lead a terrifying and disturbed life. Dissociative Identity Disorder Awareness Day, which is observed every year in the month of March, aims to spread awareness of this disorder's existence and create understanding and compassion towards the people who are going through it. At MediCircle, we're conducting an exclusive series on the occasion of DID so that the people are able to understand what the disorder is directly from the experts. Hi, this is Sana Khan, and today in this initiative, we're going to speak to Dr. Vinod Kumar. Dr. Vinod Kumar is a psychiatrist and head of Empower, the Center, MBBS, MRC Psych, TPM, Nottingham University, CCST, UK, Certified Psychodynamic, Cognitive Behavioral, and Interpersonal Psychotherapist, Certified Group Analyst as well. Dr. Vinod has trained extensively in the UK and has qualifications and skills in various psychotherapeutic modalities. He trained and worked in the National Health Service in UK from 1997 to 2011 on a substantive basis. He completed his core training and specialist training in psychiatry, leading to gaining MRC Psych and certificate of completion of specialist training with Royal College of Psychiatry endorsement in liaison, psychiatry, and eating disorders. He has also acquired qualifications in psychodynamic, psychotherapy, interpersonal psychotherapy, and cognitive behavioral psychotherapy. Since 2011, Dr. Vinod has worked in various settings in Bangalore and has been the head of the Center Empower Bangalore since January 2019. He has endeavored to develop a truly holistic approach to mental health issues and work with a particular emphasis on psychodynamic psychiatry, wherein apart from the biological issues, emphasis is laid on the individual personality and the way that interacts with the illness. This approach paves the way for interventions which are appropriate for the client at that point in time. Hi, Dr. Vinod. Welcome to MediCircle.
Hi, Sana. Thanks for a very kind and warm introduction.
Our pleasure, sir. Okay, Dr. Vinod, what is dissociative identity disorder? Can you please brief in about it?
So it is a mouthful, I think for any average person, when they hear the term, it sounds very technical, but it's not actually. So I'll try and explain it in a way which an average person can understand, right? So I think if I make reference to movies and novels, so particularly American writers have been extremely fascinated by this whole phenomenon. So I don't know if people have come across a movie called as a Fight Club, which is very famous, where a person kind of, and several sort of best-selling novels as well. I think particularly in the 90s, it was quite a big theme, and we used to wonder, like, why is it like so prevalent in US only, and we don't see it so much.
Right. Not in India.
So, but it does. So, one has to understand that जैसे कि एक ही इंसान में बहुत सारे अलग-अलग personalities हैं, ठीक है? That's what it's also referred to as multiple personality disorder or dissociative identity disorder, ठीक है ना? तो ये fortunately relatively rare phenomenon है, but let's understand what is dissociate. What is it to dissociate? So normally, Sana, we kind of have a sense of orientation. This is me, Sana. That's your awareness, your consciousness. There's a sense of who is Sana. There's a sense of autobiographical memory of Sana ka life experience. She was born here, grew up here. This is a mom, dad, and so on, right? And there is a sort of awareness of where she is. So now, if there's a disconnect in that, suddenly she starts to kind of get lost in her own mind, if you like. I don't know who am I? Am I real, or is everything around me real or unreal? Okay, and there's a complete disconnect with your own sense of self, and then you can take a different form within that. Okay, so from Sana, the sense of Sana, a sense of, I don't know, Muskan would emerge, another girl. So if Sana is very sort soft and docile and homely, Muskan would be very aggressive and rebellious and all that.
Right.
So it's a different form of personality types that can emerge. So I mean, people have described having two personalities within the same person, or sometimes 3, 4, and there is documented evidence of people having hundreds of personalities.
Right.
So like I said, it's a very kind of fascinating area, but it's not that common, if you like. Clinically we don't see it often. So personally, in my 25 years of clinical experience, I've seen maybe half a dozen cases, very clear cut, of DID.
Okay.
So what happens is there's this sort of very meek and docile girl. Suddenly, when she has this sort of dissociative state, she becomes this really aggressive, ballsy. Uski आवाज का tone बदल जाता है. The way she speaks, her whole attitude, her whole personality changes for a short period of time. And so that is like the kind of extreme example. But dissociation as a experience is very common. So जैसे आपने जैसे पुरानी हिंदी फिल्मों में देखा होगा कि एक मूवी I can't remember the name, कि जितेंद्र, he had a huge traumatic experience कि घर में किसी की मौत हो गई, बहुत बड़ा लॉस हो गया, तो सडनली उनको डिसोसिएटिव एमनीजिया हो गया, तो वो भूल के कहीं चले गए, and after 6 months of wandering, not knowing who he was, where he was, he comes back with a big beard and so on. So
is that याददाश्त खो जाना वाला thing?
So that's dissociative amnesia. So उसमें dissociative fugue करके भी एक होता है. तो उसमें क्या है कि वो आदमी पूरा ही खो जाता है और वो जस्ट वॉन्डर करने लगता है, जहां उसको ले जाती है. कई ट्रेन में बैठता है तो जम्मू पहुंच गया, and then he is वहां भीख मांग रहा है, and then he is just surviving somehow, and then finally one day he comes back. So the fascinating tales of dissociative phenomenon. Right. But more commonly what we see clinically is कि आपको बहुत severe trauma हुआ है लाइफ में, तो then you will see people experiencing what we call as depersonalization या derealization. उसमें क्या होता है कि suddenly आपको इतनी घबराहट होती है किसी तनाव की वजह से कि you feel you're not real, okay? That you don't exist in that space, or you feel कि everything around you is unreal. Everything feels very plasticky or almost cartoony in its illustration, in your own mind. So derealization, depersonalization experience are way more common at the peak of severe anxiety. Okay. And also very commonly what we see is so जैसे कुछ लोग होते हैं who have what we refer to as borderline personality disorder कहते हैं, जिसको आजकल बहुत कॉमन है, जिसमें क्या होता है कि the person is prone to emotional instability, कि वो एक मिनट खुश है, फिर छोटी सी बात के लिए she becomes very upset and aggressive and suicidal even, and tries to self harm and झगड़ा करेगी, and then in the evening she's fine again, and then she'll be like the heart of a party again, so that is their nature. So हम उसको borderline personality disorder बोलते हैं, so people with a borderline personality, they are very prone to dissociate. So when they are stressed out, they can go into this sort of mode where they don't even know what they're doing, so they might end up I don't know, breaking things, and then suddenly come to a realization कि ये मैंने क्या किया, TV फोड़ दिया, so that those things are more common. Okay, and there's a lot more we can say about that, but this is the way one understands dissociation.
Okay, Dr. Vinod, what causes this disorder?
So it's a very fascinating area again, because there is no, if you look at the kind of literature or the scientific way of looking at the causation of it, is very, very sort of ill understood concept, if you like. But in my opinion, what happens is usually, and I think almost always, जब a person has a tendency to dissociate, and if it's not linked to epilepsy or some neurological disorder, कि normal brain है, normal बंदा है, लेकिन dissociate करता है, तो उनके history में आप देखेंगे कि there will be a phenomenal amount of abuse and trauma.
Okay.
तो जैसे
some past incident in their life, some trauma that is left behind.
Yeah, but it doesn't have to be just one episode of trauma.
Okay.
तो क्या होता है, कुछ लोगों की जिंदगी बहुत मुश्किल होती है सारा. So
Right.
जैसे आप जैसे पैदा होते ही आपकी माँ गुजर गई, एक पेशेंट था मेरा, तो फिर पापा ने दूसरी शादी की, एंड फिर उनकी सेकंड स्टेप मॉम से 2 बच्चे और हुए. अब जिंदगी भर उस बच्चे को एक तनावपूर्ण और वेरी वेरी इमोशनली डिस्टेंट कोल्ड अपब्रिंगिंग में ऊपर लाया गया. तो जैसे आपको इमोशनल अब्यूज repeatedly होता है, या suppose there's a person who has been a young girl or a young boy who has been repeatedly sexually abused by some caregiver, or if very, you hear stories which are very heart wrenching, like somebody who has been inhumanly brought up, कि उनको खाना पीना हर चीज के लिए परेशानी, and they've endured so much pain, emotional pain. So what happens is that the human mind, as a particularly a young child, young person, is exposed to overwhelming stress, overwhelming trauma. So then the mind develops a strategy कि it's impossible to survive like this. तो वो compartmentalize कर देता है brain को. So then what happens is you form different compartments. That's the only way to survive. Okay, so then that sort of software for managing emotions is laid down in childhood, and then when in adult life as well, when you're under stress, you will again sort of compartmentalize yourself. So that's how you kind of form these different identities and have these unreal experiences and so on. So that is almost always the case when it's purely functional. मतलब कि जहाँ पे कोई बीमारी नहीं है, जैसे एपिलेप्सी नहीं है. So ये हम देखते हैं clinical work में, and it's very very interesting. So it becomes like a very difficult condition to manage. तो जैसे मैं कह रहा था कि पेरेंट्स कैसे कंट्रीब्यूट कर सकते हैं, तो जैसे अगर मैं सब एक्सट्रीम एग्जांपल ले रहा हूँ, बट जैसे अगर आप रोजमर्रा की जिंदगी में देखें, यू सी इन एवरीडे life in India for that matter. So there's a lot of strictness or disciplinarian parenting around, or it was around at least in the last few decades. So क्या होता है कि a child is not allowed to express emotions freely.
Right.
कि हर चीज नहीं ऐसे नहीं करते, this is not the way to be, this is so that everyday little kind of
the list
trauma,
of rules that are given, the list of rules.
Yeah. And that is a very common experience for most of us. So if not one parent, sometimes both the parents are like that, or there's a grandparent who's an extremely strict person. So क्या होता है कि that ability to express emotions freely and be whole as a person is not allowed to develop.
Right.
कि अगर रोना आता है तो रोते नहीं है, चुप बैठो, and that kind of a thing. So if you've been brought up in an environment like that, your tendency to dissociate is higher than the norm, if you like.
Right.
Okay.
Doctor, how does this disorder present in clinical practice?
So what happens is, like I said, in my 25 years, I've only seen 26 or so cases of full-blown DID.
Okay.
But dissociative phenomenon in the form of जैसे कि अगर कोई borderline personality है, young person, वो suddenly dissociate करके कुछ aggressive act कर रहे हैं, या self harm भी कर रहे हैं. Sometimes a lot of young people, they cut themselves in the state of being dissociated. कि जैसे उनके बॉयफ्रेंड ने उनको लेट डाउन किया, ठीक है ना, तो वो जो बर्दाश्त नहीं कर पाए, they will dissociate, and then the only thing that will make them feel alive again and come back to reality is that physical pain they cause to themselves, right? So that's a very common kind of presentation. And the other point I mentioned about depersonalization, derealization, तो वो भी बहुत commonly present होता है, because anxiety जिसे कहते हैं ना, वो बहुत common है.
Right, anxiety is very common.
Population, all of us experience anxiety-based issues. तो जैसे आपका कोई बहुत बड़ा problem हुआ है कि आप एग्जाम में फेल हो गए हो, या आपका रिलेशनशिप ब्रेकअप हुआ है, या और कोई घर में मौत हुई है, या whatever unexpected has happened. So then you develop this sense of losing control, and then you're anxious all the time. वो जैसे पैनिक अटैक कहते हैं ना कि
Right,
you become
right,
like
right.
really like that. So
Right.
the
The
height of a
breathlessness
panic,
and
so the height of a panic attack, you can experience derealization, depersonalization, which is again a dissociative phenomenon, you know. तो वो भी होता है, you know, काफी, I mean, almost every day I would see a person who's presenting with a dissociative problem in one way or the other, at a milder level, you know, not at the extremes which I'm talking about.
okay, Dr. Vinod, what is the treatment for it and how do we manage it?
So again, so there is no, जैसे कहते हैं ना, US FDA approved treatment protocol for it, but it's all kind of very much clinical. तो जैसे होता है ना कि ये कंडीशन ये है, इसका ये इलाज है, इसका एविडेंस बेस है, ऐसा डिसोसिएटिव फिनोमेनन में नहीं है. इसका मेन स्टे होता है जिसे हम कहते हैं साइकोथेरेपी या टॉकिंग थेरेपी
Right.
ऑफ अ डीपर काइंड. So basically, you have to make the person whole again. तो जो
Right.
उनकी टेंडेंसी है to compartmentalize their emotional world, उसको हमने फिर से एकजुट करना है, to make them experience painful and difficult emotions without breaking into a different box, you know.
Okay.
So
listening
that's
to them, talking to them patiently, these must be what you're talking about.
No, that's just a very basic component of any
Okay.
talking therapy, of course, but it has to be a lot deeper than that. So there has to be a lot of healing that needs to happen. So जो इंसान has been through a lot of emotional trauma all their life, अब उनको फिर से ऐसा एक experience देना है कि the world is not such a bad place and you're allowed to feel what you feel, you're allowed to express what you express. So एक long term therapy में जैसे therapist के साथ ऐसा रिश्ता कायम हो जिसमें वो healing experience हो उनको. Now that can also happen in real life in good therapeutic जिसे कहते हैं ना कि healing relationships अगर हो जाए तो उसमें it's possible कि the person will get better and better and better, but it's a very complex long-term treatment process, again depending on what we're dealing with. So if you're dealing with severe abuse of emotional kind and other kinds, then obviously the management and treatment is a very long-term process. But agar if you've got dissociation as a part of your anxiety disorder or as a part of borderline personality disorder, तो उसमें the treatment will be tailored to what that person needs. तो उसमें एंजाइटी मैनेजमेंट के लिए मेडिसिन भी होते हैं, अलग अलग टाइप के टॉकिंग थेरेपीज इज देयर, यू नो. सो द शॉर्ट आंसर टू योर क्वेश्चन इज it has to be managed based on the individual, and the whole management plan has to be individually tailored, which should include appropriate and judicious use of medications when indicated, and a form of talking therapy which is longish term and which is engaging.
So what would be the family's contribution? ये same मतलब उन्हें भी तो कुछ दिया जाता होगा. Even you doctors must be providing them with a list of things that they need to follow. The family.
So what happens is what I'm saying is very much a kind of Western thing. So Indian context में क्या होता है कि लोग longer term therapy में engage नहीं करते हैं. उसके कई कारण होते हैं. Because there's money involved, there's planning involved, all that, you know. So now when that's not possible, what I do is I will give the same sort of education what I've told you today in a much more detailed way to the caregiver at this point in time, whether it is a husband or a parent or a sibling or whoever is now, you know, a big part of that person's life. And then I would train them to become their therapists, their healers, you know, in the long run. So explaining what is this phenomenon, why this has happened, how we can make it better to the person who's living with that person is obviously worth its weight in gold, you know. So if they can at the very least do no more harm, you know. कई बार ऐसा भी होता है कि जिस माँ ने उस बच्ची को या बच्चे को ट्रॉमेटाइज, इमोशनली ट्रॉमेटाइज किया है अननोइंगली, वो ही आती है कि अब क्या करूं इसका, you know. So then then you can imagine how complex that can be.
Correct.
So what we call as psychoeducation, and kind of having the family members or carers as co-therapist, if you like, you know, is what works in our culture, I feel.
Right. Okay. Thank you so much, Dr. Vinod, for coming to our show and sharing your valuable time and insights with us. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure having you.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank
Anytime.
you. Bye-bye. Good day.
Bye.